Hey everyone, welcome to this month's Crusade raid video, and it is Icarus, and it's a rerun of her actually. She was here actually pretty much exactly a year ago, and we get to do the encounter again with the units that we've obtained over the past year, which is pretty exciting. Now, this video though is going to be focused on getting you the hell clear with as free to play as possible, right? No, actually, all these units are pretty much free to play. The only like these are all rare units except for Mizo, who's an SR, but SRs are not that hard to get, and you can pick her on the custom banner, and you'll pretty much pretty much guaranteed to get her quite easily off that. Especially if you're already going for other units on that banner, then you can just pick Mizo as one of those, one of the two SR units on it, and then you can get her there. But yeah, so let's go over each unit. First off, we got Lilith as the tank. We've got Fleur here to dispel dots. She also has over limit, so she will buff crit damage, but it's not super important. I think it's mostly here for the dot removal. Then we've got Hotarugusa. She's here for heal over time, so she's going to heal these three units that she's targeting here. Franca will heal these three, right? And then we've got Tina to buff Skadi. Skadi obviously doing the damage on the boss, and then Mizo is here to heal up Lilith, right, and keep her alive. So basically, everyone here is covered by either a dot removal or a heal, right? But that's very important because the boss does damage over time, right, to everyone. So you want to get rid of it as soon as possible, or heal through it, right? So otherwise, eventually your units just die to it, and obviously that's not good. So yeah, so you need to make sure that all units are being healed by something or cleansed. Now the boss itself has random targeting. So for this, to counteract this, you just need a taunt up. You can use an auto taunt if you have one, but there's no free-to-play auto taunts, so I'm just using Lilith and using her in slot 1, so she will get the first attack, she'll taunt, and then the boss will always attack Lilith. The boss will move second. So that's how you mitigate the random select. Pretty simple. And then she's both an armor and a resistance-based unit. So she gains armor before she takes an attack, and only triggers once per turn. So that's also important. So basically, when Lilith attacks, she'll proc the armor gain, and then she'll have that armor for 18 turns, right? And then she'll also get at the start of the battle 250% damage reduction and permanently gain 30% armor. I do like this typo, by the way. It's actually here quite a few times, but yeah. So she'll have about 88% armor, I believe, once you add that and also this. It doesn't actually math correctly, but that's how it is. I'm not exactly sure on the formula, but yeah, she has she's not 100% armor at least, but she will have a significant amount of armor. And then to reduce that, you can actually do that by attacking her, right? Now, for this particular strategy, you don't have to really worry about this because Skadi is just fixed damage anyway, so she doesn't care about the armor and resistance. But if you are using a unit that's not Skadi, then you might want to have something that multi-hits the attack before your main DPS. For example, Alice is a pretty good example, which I'll be using in the semi-budget team. Any other unit that has multi-attacks will work. There is a bunch, I just haven't gone through all of them to check. But you can just look at the units that you have and see who has a multi-attack. They don't even need to be leveled up, right? You just need to have it available as a skill. Whether it's through awakening or whatever, just make sure that that's active, and then you're good to go, right? You don't need gear or anything on the units here, only on your DPS and your tank. Okay, and so that's pretty much the abilities in a nutshell. Of course, she does the dot somewhere here. I think it's this one, the dot. So you can remove that with Fleur and heal through it with healers. Alright, so this is the budget team. Now, if you have one of these units, you can also use these instead of Skadi, and they'll probably be better, generally speaking. So we've got Angel Bolina, we've got Her Majesty, or Princess Skadi, and Varir, and also Rodnia. Now Rodnia I haven't tested because I don't have a level and I don't really want to level her at the moment. At least not at the moment. I have tested the other three and they work fine. Of course, I mean if normal Skadi works, Princess Skadi will also work. Um, and yeah, that is pretty much it for the first team. So let's just play through a couple of rounds and then we could skip through to the end. So you can see here she'll target Lilith always because she's getting taunted. And then everyone's covered by some sort of heal or heal over time to keep them alive. And yeah, then you just slowly kill the boss eventually with Skadi. It's not like it's a pretty slow burn, but you know you'll eventually get it. That's why you need like all this sustain, right? If you are able to use something like an Angel Bolina, you actually don't need all of this, even though you could just slot her in place of Skadi. But you find that Bolina will kill in like 2 turns at rank 4. At rank 10, she'll probably 2-shot the boss or even 1-shot the boss if if you have too much damage on her. So you may not even need like all the healing for that team. But just test it out, see how you go if you're running that. So I'll just skip through and show you the end score. Okay, so you can see we've got the kill score, so that's like a kill. Now I'm going to show you a semi-budget version. So some of these units are, you know, SSRs. You may or may not have them. I try to keep it as realistic as possible, right? Aside from Alice, because I'm mostly here to illustrate how Alice works. But aside from that, yeah, you could. I think it's probably reasonable for most people to have these units. Okay, so I'm going to swap here. Right, so this is going to illustrate how Alice works on the boss. We're using Angel Bolina here as the DPS. I've downranked mine to rank 4, just specifically just to show you that it does work at rank 4. So if you have Bolina, very low investment unit, you can just run her at rank 4. Not too many books required, as long as you have all her resonance gear. You just need 3 skill ups from books, right, to get her to rank 4. Apart from that, we've got Farnese as the tank. Since we're not using Lilith, Farnese has a lot more effective HP, so she'll be more likely to survive without having to heal her. Then we've got Fleur and also Swimsuit Dorothy to use the diagonal buffing on Bolina to get those buffs. I put Dorothy Swimsuit because I think she's pretty realistic. If you are playing for the limited banners, either like when she was released or in the reruns recently, you should have her, right? Because you probably should have gotten her and also Princess Skadi. So, at least I hope so. But obviously, there's other units you could use. You could use like Zhao Wu, Avadi, like any other buffer will work for Monica. But I figured these are the most obtainable, right? Then we've got Franca, and then we've got Maybelle instead of Tina. Maybelle's just better than Tina, right? If you have her over limit. If you don't have her over limit, then just use Tina. But yeah, this is going to illustrate how the multi-hits work on the boss. Right, so I'm going to show you the stats here. So after your tank has moved, the boss is at 80% armor. Actually, I thought it was 88, but maybe I was mistaken. But it's at 80% now. And then we're going to... Actually, maybe I'll just double check here. Hopefully I haven't attacked yet. Okay, so I haven't attacked. Alice is now going to move and hit the boss 5 times, right? So it's still at 80%. Well, it was at 80%. Now it's down to 5%. So that's 5 of her attacks, which is... Yeah, it's actually 75% removed, right? For 15 times 5. So down to 5%. You could technically remove the remaining 5% if you have a Shushu. So you could run a Shushu instead of Farnese and remove all the armor. But now Bolina will attack. No, you don't care about resistance because she's anti-resistance, and now the boss has basically no armor. So you can now chunk the boss with Bolina. So that's just the mechanics of how the boss works and the damage layers. And apart from that, you can she'll just 2-shot the boss basically from here. Actually, by the time Bolina moves again, all of the armor will be stripped now from Alice attacking again because it seems to stack like the removal, right? Um, I guess it's because it's 18 turns, so and this is within 18 turns. So now all of the armor's gone, and you can hit with Bolina for maximum damage, right? And that is with rank 4 Bolina. Alright, and that is pretty much it for this video. I am going to work on like a full damage team, but I probably won't start on that until probably tomorrow because I got other things to do tonight, and it's getting pretty late, and I'm still sick, so I'm gonna try to go to bed soon. But anyway, that's it for this video. Good luck with your Crusade raid. Hope this is helpful, and yeah, best of luck getting your hell clears. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.